Welcome back, everyone. Today's deep dive is going to be pretty sweet, I guess you could say.
Oh, I like where this is going.
Yeah, we're talking about bakery websites
Oh, fun.
and how to make them as delicious online as they are, in real life.
Yeah, because you can't really smell that fresh bread through the screen, can you?
Exactly. So we're diving into this guide called Essential Features for an Effective Bakery Website Design.
Okay.
And basically trying to figure out how to translate that, that bakery magic to the digital world.
Okay, I'm ready.
So it seems like nowadays a website is mandatory.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's not just about having an online presence anymore.
Right.
It's really your virtual storefront. It's that first impression you make on potential customers.
So it's like stepping into the bakery without actually going there.
Yeah, exactly. Think of it this way. Your website is like the first taste people get of your bakery.
Mm-hmm.
Metaphorically speaking, of course.
Gotcha.
And just you'd carefully craft the ambiance and the display in your physical shop. You need to do the same thing online.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So how do you make a website as enticing as a bakery window filled with all those, tempting treats?
I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. This guide really emphasizes the power of visuals.
Okay.
And I think bakeries, they have a huge advantage here. High-quality images are absolutely essential.
Okay.
We're talking mouth-watering close-ups, the kind that showcase the texture of a flaky croissant.
Oh, yeah.
Or the vibrant colors of frosting on a cupcake.
Right.
Or even the steam rising from a freshly baked loaf of bread.
Okay, you're totally making me hungry describing that.
Sorry.
But I mean, why is that so important? People kind of know what a cake looks like, right?
Well, it's more than just showing people a generic picture of a cake.
Okay.
It's about capturing those sensory details. Think about the difference between seeing just a photo of a cake online and seeing a photo of your cake
Right.
with its unique decorations, that perfect crumb, that, frosting swirl that you've totally perfected.
Yeah. So it's about showing off the personality
Yeah,
and the craftsmanship of the bakery.
exactly. You know how you put your heart and soul into your creations?
Right.
Your website photos should do the same thing.
So I saw this bakery online once, and they had a video on their homepage.
Oh, cool.
And it's just their bakers kneading the dough.
Oh.
It wasn't fancy or anything,
Right.
but it really gave you a sense of,
But the process.
yeah, how much care they put into their craft.
Absolutely. Those little details can make a big difference.
Okay, so visuals are clearly crucial.
For sure.
But what about actually getting people to place an order?
Right.
I mean, I love looking at food pictures online, but it doesn't always, translate into a purchase.
That's a good point.
Oh,
And that's where a seamless online ordering system comes in.
okay.
And the guide really goes into some interesting details here.
Okay.
You got to make it as easy as possible for customers to turn those cravings into an actual order.
Yeah, because I've definitely been on websites where it's a million clicks just to add something to your cart.
Oh, I hate that.
Right.
So frustrating.
Yeah.
So streamline everything. Think clear menus, easy to find options for customization, multiple payment options.
Mm-hmm.
And the guide even suggests incorporating pre-orders for special occasions or, being able to schedule deliveries.
That would be so helpful, especially if you're planning a party or something.
Oh, totally. Makes everything so much easier.
And you know what else I hate?
What's that?
When I can't find basic information on a website, like the bakery's address or their hours.
Oh my gosh, yes. You'd be surprised how many bakeries miss that.
Really?
It's the most basic stuff, but it's crucial. The guide's totally right to emphasize that.
So clear contact info.
Yep.
Opening hours.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even a map.
Exactly. The goal is to remove any barriers between a website visitor
Yeah.
and a happy customer.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's talk about something that's always tempting in a bakery.
Ooh, I'm intrigued.
Specials and promotions.
Oh, yes. Love those.
The guide talks about having a dedicated section for these on the website.
Right.
Why is that so important?
Well, you might have your signature chocolate cake that everyone loves.
Right. Everyone has their specialty.
But then if you also feature a seasonal pumpkin spice latte cake in the fall,
Oh my gosh.
that gives people a reason to come back and try something new.
Okay, I'll bite.
Yeah.
What kind of promotions do you think work well online for bakeries?
Well, the guide mentions things like holiday-themed specials, discounts for bulk orders, or even a baker's choice box.
Oh, fun.
Where you get a surprise assortment of treats.
Oh, I love that idea.
Yeah, it's all about creating that sense of discovery and excitement that you get when you walk into a bakery and see something new in the display case.
Speaking of creating excitement, The guide talks about online reviews.
Oh, yeah, those are huge.
And I totally agree. I always check reviews before trying a new place.
Same here, especially for bakeries.
Yeah, because you can't really sample the goods online, can you?
Nope. So reviews are super important for building that trust and credibility.
So how can bakeries encourage customers, the happy ones, to leave those glowing reviews?
Sometimes a gentle nudge is all it takes.
Okay.
Like maybe include a call to action on your website or in those order confirmation emails.
Right.
Or you could even offer a little incentive, like a discount on their next purchase.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, a little appreciation goes a long way.
While we're on the topic of customer interaction,
Okay.
the guide mentions having a contact page on the website.
Yes. This seems so basic, but you'd be surprised how many websites either bury this info or make it impossible to find.
Seriously.
Yeah, but a clear and accessible contact page shows potential customers that you're open to communication and feedback.
It's like saying, hey, we're real people who love what we do and we want to hear from you.
Exactly. It builds trust and transparency, and it doesn't have to be boring. You can get creative with it.
Oh, like how?
Like maybe you include photos of your team or you have a fun FAQ section.
So it's about adding that personal touch.
That makes a bakery feel welcoming and approachable.
Exactly. It's all about making that connection with your customers, showing them that you're more than just a business. You're a community of passionate bakers who love creating delicious experiences.
I love that. Okay, so it sounds like we've covered a lot of ground already.
We have, but we're just getting started.
Oh, really?
There's so much more to dig into. Stick with us. We'll be back after a short break to discuss even more advanced strategies, including, those all-important search engine optimization techniques.
Okay, I can't wait. See you after the break.
Sounds good.
Okay, so right before the break, we were talking about, connecting with customers.
Uh-huh.
And it made me think about something that the guide kind of just mentions in passing.
Oh, yeah.
SEO.
SEO. The magic words of the internet.
Right.
Can be a pretty dense topic.
Yeah.
But basically, it's all about making sure your website actually shows up.
You okay?
When people search for bakeries in their area.
Because, what's the point of having this amazing website?
Right. If no one can find it.
Exactly. It's like having the best bakery hidden down some, dark alley.
I'm going to say.
You want to be front and center on that virtual main street.
Right.
And that's where SEO comes in. The guide doesn't go into a ton of detail.
Okay.
But it does mention a few important things.
Like what? I know keywords are important, right?
Oh, yeah. Keywords are like the foundation of SEO.
Okay.
You need to think like your customers.
Okay.
What words would they actually use to search for a bakery like yours?
Right.
And once you have those keywords, you got to sprinkle them throughout your website, in your page titles, your descriptions, your product listings, even your blog posts if you have one.
Okay, so it's not just like stuffing your website with every baking-related word you can think of.
No. Search engines are getting smarter,
Oh, okay.
They can tell when you're just trying to game the system.
Right.
It's going to be natural.
Okay, so keywords are key.
Key.
What else can bakeries do to improve their SEO?
Backlinks are another big one.
Backlinks, okay.
So these are links from other websites to yours.
Okay.
Think of them like virtual endorsements.
Okay.
The more high-quality backlinks you have,
Uh-huh.
the more credible your website looks to search engines.
So how do you get those backlinks? Is it like trading recipes with other bakers?
Well, not quite that simple.
Okay.
But kind of similar. It's about building relationships and collaborations.
Okay.
So maybe reach out to local food bloggers or event planners,
Right.
anyone who might be willing to link to your site.
Gotcha.
Or you could even partner with other small businesses in your area.
Right, like cross-promotion type thing.
Exactly.
So it's about creating this like web of connections that all lead back to your delicious bakery.
You got it.
Yeah.
It's about showing search engines that your website is a valuable resource that people actually want to share.
All this SEO stuff is making me want to just grab a cupcake and relax.
I hear ya. It can seem daunting.
Yeah.
But there are tons of resources to help, like website builders that have SEO tools built in.
Oh, cool.
Or you can even hire SEO specialists.
Right.
If you want to be more hands-off.
So even if you're not like a tech whiz, you can still make your website search engine friendly.
Absolutely. It's about finding the right tools and strategies for you.
Speaking of reaching a wider audience, this guide didn't even mention social media.
Oh, that's a good point.
Which feels like a huge missed opportunity.
Yeah, it really is. Social media is like a baker's best friend.
Okay.
Platforms like Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah.
They're practically made for those drool-worthy photos and videos we were talking about.
Right. It's like having a 247 virtual bakery window.
I love that.
Right.
And it's not just about posting pretty pictures. It's about engagement.
Right.
Contests, sharing behind-the-scenes stuff,
Right.
answering questions, announcing specials.
I've seen bakeries do those Instagram stories.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, where they give like live demos.
Oh, that's fun.
Right. It's like a mini cooking show in your feed.
Love that idea. It's about being creative and telling your story.
So we've got SEO to get people to find the website and social media to engage with them once they do.
Yeah.
But what about the website itself? The guide talks about user experience.
Yes.
But like, what does that even mean?
Well, think about it this way.
Okay.
You want your website to be as easy and enjoyable to use as possible.
Okay.
Imagine you walk into a bakery and it's like super cluttered and confusing. Can't find what you're looking for.
Right.
Staff's nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
You're probably going to leave.
I would walk out and find a different bakery.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same goes for your website. If it's difficult to navigate,
Right.
it takes forever to load.
Yeah.
Checkout process is clunky. People are going to bounce.
So user experience is about making sure everything is smooth.
Yeah.
And intuitive.
Yeah.
From the moment someone lands on the homepage to the moment they click place order.
You got it. Anticipate their needs.
Okay.
Make the whole thing seamless and enjoyable.
So clear navigation menus.
Yes.
Mobile-friendly design. Secure checkout process.
All that good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
It makes me think about how a bakery website needs to reflect like the bakery itself.
Oh, for sure.
It's not just about listing products and prices.
It's got to have personality.
Right.
Absolutely.
So if your bakery is like whimsical with, playful cupcakes.
Okay.
Your website should have like bright colors and fun fonts, maybe some cute illustrations.
I love that.
And if you specialize in like rustic sourdough loaves and, fancy pastries, your website should be like minimalist with like earthy tones.
Yes. It's all about creating a cohesive brand experience.
And that ties back to what we talked about with the visuals.
Yes.
The photos, the colors, the fonts, the layout.
Yep.
It all creates that first impression.
It's all storytelling.
Right.
You're not just selling cakes and cookies.
Right.
You're selling an experience, a feeling, a sense of community.
And the guide also mentions including a photo gallery.
Oh, yeah.
Which I think is a great opportunity to go beyond just product photos.
Yes. Show the heart and soul of your bakery.
Okay.
Photos of your team at work. Shots of your bakery's interior.
Okay.
Images of happy customers.
Right.
Maybe even some behind-the-scenes stuff of your baking process.
Yeah, like giving people a virtual tour.
Exactly.
And don't forget to use high-quality images, right?
Absolutely.
Just like with your product photos.
Yep. Blurry or poorly lit photos are a no-no.
So invest in a professional photographer.
Yeah. Or at least learn some basic skills.
Because those photos are representing your brand.
They gotta be as delicious looking as the real thing.
Now, before we move on to the final part of our deep dive,
Okay.
I want to circle back to those customer reviews.
Yes.
We talked about how important they are for building trust, but how do you manage them? Like, what happens when you get a negative review?
That's a great question. And negative reviews are going to happen.
Yeah. You can't please everybody.
Right. No matter how amazing your bakery is,
Exactly.
the key is to respond professionally.
Okay.
And constructively.
So don't just ignore it.
No.
Or get defensive.
Definitely not. Take a deep breath.
Okay.
Acknowledge their concerns. Offer a sincere apology.
And if there's like a real issue,
Yeah.
you can try to resolve it publicly.
Exactly.
But if not,
Yeah.
just thank them for the feedback and move on.
Exactly. It's about showing potential customers that you care,
Right.
that you take feedback seriously,
Yeah.
and that you're committed to providing a positive experience even when things go wrong.
And sometimes a negative review can be an opportunity
Oh, yeah.
to show off your customer service skills.
Totally.
Yeah.
Handle it well.
Yeah.
And you can turn that unhappy customer into a loyal one and impress potential customers in the process.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground in this section.
We have.
From SEO and social media to user experience and even, dealing with negative reviews.
Yeah.
Are we ready for the final part of this deep dive?
Bring it on. We've got some exciting stuff to explore.
Okay.
Including the future of bakery websites.
Oh, cool.
And how all these new technologies might shape the online bakery experience.
All right, so we talked about SEO, social media user experience, even those like tough negative reviews.
Yeah, we really baked up a pretty comprehensive website strategy.
But like the online world, it's always changing.
Absolutely. What works today might be totally outdated tomorrow.
So how do bakeries stay ahead of the curve? It's hard enough keeping up with all the new social media platforms.
Right. It can feel overwhelming.
Yeah.
But I think the key is to stay curious and adaptable.
Okay.
The guide doesn't really go into this,
Yeah,
but it's worth thinking about how all those emerging technologies might shape the future of bakery websites.
Ooh, like what? Are we talking robot bakers taking online orders?
Maybe someday. But for now, think more like augmented reality, virtual tours, personalized online baking experiences.
Okay, I'm listening. How would those even work for a bakery?
Well, imagine visiting a bakery's website and taking a virtual tour of their kitchen.
Oh, cool.
You could see the bakers in action, get a feel for their whole process.
Right.
Or you could use augmented reality to see how a cake would look on your dining room table.
Wow.
Before you even place an order.
That'd be so cool, especially for like custom cakes.
Exactly. You could try different designs, decorations virtually.
Right. And what about those personalized online baking experiences you mentioned?
Oh, yeah.
I'm picturing like virtual baking classes.
Yes. Learn from a master baker right in your own kitchen.
And it's already starting to happen, right?
It is. Some bakeries are offering online workshops, tutorials.
Oh, wow.
Teaching people how to make their signature recipes or decorate those really fancy cakes.
It's like having a personal baking coach.
Right at your fingertips.
This all sounds super futuristic, but I got to admit, I'm getting excited about the possibilities.
Me too. And who knows what's next? Maybe websites that transmit the smell of fresh bread.
Now that would be a game changer. Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive into bakery websites, what's like the one key takeaway you want our listeners to remember?
I think the most important thing is to remember that a bakery website, it's more than just a digital storefront.
Okay.
It's a platform for storytelling, connection, creating a truly delicious online experience.
I love that. It's about capturing what makes your bakery special.
Yeah.
And sharing that with the world.
Through a beautiful website.
Exactly. So for everyone listening, as you start building your website, remember to pour in your passion, your creativity.
And that special ingredient.
Right, that makes your bakery unique.
Exactly.
And stay curious, adaptable, open to new possibilities.
Yes.
Who knows, your bakery website might just be the next big thing in the online baking world.
Can't wait to see what you all come up with.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time for another deep dive. Until then, happy baking.